Good morning and a warm welcome to the esteemed speakers and the audience over here. I think a brief introduction to what this conclave is about was given by the organizers of this presentation. I'd just like to pitch in a few more points so that I think most of us over here are coming from the university background, and two of them I think from the corporate sector. I would really like the discussion to veer around the fact that there is a lot of technology integration already on ground being done in universities. Like I know, for example, Nagaland University would have a lot to share about what is already being done on the ground. There would be problems that they had faced at the time that they tried to integrate technology into education initiatives. There would also have been some strategies to make that more effective. And it is time, even though we seem to be at a very early stage, as far as a country is concerned, if you go by the experience of other countries, there are already certain practices that have been put into place, because I believe this session is trying to identify certain best practices. And I would really like the forum over here to sort of enlighten all of us by sharing of their experiences in terms of the problems and how they overcome that, and what would be certain best practices that they had in their own institutional background, which might possibly be replicated in a similar environment in other institutions. So I really like to reflect upon all these issues, plus a major concern that I share as a teacher, because I am onto the Planning Commission as a deputation from a teaching organization. And I find that changing a teacher's attitude to the use of technology, to adapt them to use that technology, and what we could do and how we could change that, is something I'd really like the audience to reflect upon, and the speakers to try and say what has been their share, because they are in eminent positions and might have had their bit of challenges also. With this, I'd really like to reflect upon all these issues, and I invite Professor K. Kannan, who is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nagaland and who is already into a lot of ICT into education, to sort of start on his presentation. There are no, except I think for a couple of exceptions, there are two PowerPoint presentations. I should say PowerPoint, I hope Microsoft doesn't think I'm marketing them. I'm not talking, there are two presentations I'm told, and all others I think would just speak for about 5 minutes. I hope I myself have not exceeded that. I invite Professor Kamal Bijlani, I think, who's come in on behalf of Amrita University and on representing Professor Venkat. I think I met you in one of the meetings in the MHI. Yes. Please join us on this conference also. A warm welcome to you also. Professor Kannan, please.